Story problems with fractions, ladies and gentlemen, you could probably tell what the next words out of my mouth are going to be after stop playing with that money. Anytime you come up with any story problem, period, with fractions or without fractions, you are obviously going to have to sketch it out. And I don't necessarily mean that you have to draw pictures, but certainly with fractions, you're going to have to make some fraction boxes. Fraction boxes. Because you want to be able to see what you're talking about or doing. So for example, here is the problem. 2/3 of the musicians played trumpet. 2/3 of the musicians played what did I say, trumpet? Now right away before, oh wait, I'm sorry, I missed the number there. 2/3 of the 12, how's that? Musicians played the trumpet. And right now, before they even ask the question, I can tell you what you're going to have to do. And they could ask a couple different questions. But what you want to do is draw yourself a little rectangle. What does this rectangle stand for? How many, what's the total of everything you're talking about? You're talking about 12 musicians there. And then what fraction are we talking about? 2/3. So if I'm talking about 2/3, what am I going to do with this box? Mia, I'm going to cut it into thirds, yes, because the bottom number of fraction tells you how many equal pieces you have. So as best you can, you split it into thirds. That's probably not the best there. If you have 12 and you split it into thirds, in each third you have, Ryan? 4. Okay, and you know that 2 out of the 3 did what? Were trumpeters. And the other 1/3 were what? Did not play trumpets. And what question do you think they asked? How many played trumpets? How many played the trumpet? To which you will say, yes. How many? 2/3 is 2 of those 3 boxes. 8. And we call people that play trumpet what? Trumpeters. Or trumpeteers. Yeah. Are they? I don't know. Did they play the trumpet in here? As opposed to the mouseketeers? How about this? How much money is 3/5 of $3? How much is 3/5 of $3? First thing you'll do, draw yourself a little box. What does that box stand for? How much money do you have totally? $3. Now, unfortunately, $3 I probably would make what? Instead of $3, because I'm cutting it into 5 equal pieces, and 5 is not going to go into 3 very well, Alex, I'm probably going to make it
300 pennies.
Yeah, make it 300 cents. That'll just make your life a little easier. And you want 3/5 of that, so you're going to cut this into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you might actually have to do the division somewhere on this. What is 300 cut up 5 ways? 60. And if you want 3, how much money is those 3 of those fifths? 3/60 is? Well, it's 180 cents, but usually we call that $1.80. Anytime you get over $1, you need to call it dollars. Because when you go into the store, they certainly don't charge you 10,000 pennies for a pair of shoes. Sometimes 10,546 pennies. How much would that be? Wait, how much is 10,546?
$10 and
10,000 pennies is $10?
wait, I don't know, it's like $100.
So 10,540 pennies would be
$100, 5 cents, and it was
what did I say, 10,542?
6
46? $105.46. Ryan, I don't see your question going anywhere good, so what's your question? After I already answered it? Oh, here's a good question. This one's different. What percent of a whole circle is 1/5 of a circle? What percent of a whole circle is 1/5? Well, you could still do the same thing there, make this box. A whole circle is what percent? What is a whole circle? How many percent is a whole circle? Ryan?
100%.
So this whole thing stands for 100%, and you are splitting it into, you want 1/5 of it, so you're splitting it again into 5 pieces. You take 100 and divide it into 5 equal pieces. Each piece is going to be 20%. Do you have fraction circles of fifth?
Yeah. I don't. Wait, no.
Negatory? That's 7.